Hi everyone, my name is Shilpa and welcome back to the channel. A few weeks back when I was getting ready, I suddenly realized that my jeans don't fit me anymore. I mean the same jeans which I used 2 days back. How could I gain weight in just 2 days and that too so much? Apparently, it was just bloating. Before we move on, I would like to clarify that I am not a doctor. So this video should not be taken as a medical advice. When I am referring to bloating in this video, it is more like mild symptoms or temporary symptoms of bloating. If you have bloating more often and it has more severe symptoms, then make sure that you seek medical help. Abdominal bloating can interfere your ability to do your daily work, and for few people it can also affect socially. Bloating is common in men and women, but women face more bloating issues as compared to men. Bloating is a condition where your gastrointestinal tract basically traps a little excess gas. Normally there is some gas always in your GI tract, but sometimes this amount of gas increases and you feel bloated. It can give various symptoms like feeling of being full or tight stomach or sometimes swollen abdomen, which is more common scenario, and also sometimes it can give a little bit of mild to severe pain or discomfort. Bloating can be accompanied by pain. As I said, it can give you a problem of frequent burping. It can be an excessive gas issue, and sometimes even you can feel those rumbling sounds in your belly because of bloating. So what are the most common causes of bloating? Number one is digestive issues. So if you're not digesting food properly in your digestive system, if something is going wrong, then it can lead to excess of gas trapping, and that will again give rise to bloating. Digestive issues like there can be irritable bowel syndrome, it can be acid reflux, or it can be as simple as constipation, which can cause bloating. The number two reason is mineral imbalance. So when I say mineral imbalance, there are many minerals which are required in your body like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and when there is an imbalance of these minerals in your body, again this can cause bloating. Mainly when sodium levels go high, it can retain a lot of water, and that water retention can give rise to bloating. Next is carbs, mainly the complex carbs. So when complex carbs we consume, they are little difficult to digest, and if they don't get digested properly in your stomach, the half digested or undigested food reaches in your intestine, where the bacteria feed on them, and as a byproduct of that process, more gas is generated, which can give rise to bloating. Next one is too much fiber. Yes, we all know that fiber is good for our health and you should consume fiber, but if you suddenly increase the intake of fiber, it can again give rise to bloating. Next is artificial sweeteners. Many people consume artificial sweeteners as they are trying to get rid of sugars from their diet. But artificial sweeteners are also not harmless. They also create a lot of harm, particularly to your digestive system. Artificial sweeteners like sorbitol can create digestive issues, and that can lead to bloating as well. Another important cause of bloating is overeating and eating too fast. So overeating, of course, the digestion is not going to happen enough. The digestive juices are not enough to digest that much of food, and yes, you will end up having the indigestion, which will lead to bloating. And if you're eating too fast, if you're not eating mindfully, then again you don't chew the food properly, which can give rise to bloating as well, since digestion doesn't happen properly. Next is carbonated drinks. These drinks are having trapped gas in them, and many people observe that after having carbonated drinks, your bloating increases. Next is food intolerances. Many people are intolerant to certain types of a certain kind of food. The highest two players in these days is number one is gluten, and number 2 is dairy. So if you are gluten intolerant and if you eat something which has gluten in it, then your body again creates a response in terms of indigestion, and it can give you bloating. Same way in case of dairy as well, if you are lactose intolerant and if you are consuming dairy or dairy products, then it can cause bloating. Another common factor in women is hormones. Because of the hormone imbalance, it can cause bloating, particularly before your periods, that is PMS time, as well as the perimenopause and menopause time, when the hormones are like all out of range. That time the bloating is too often and too bad. So for some people, some women, again for this particular reason, if you are getting bloated, make sure you talk to your doctor. And last but not the least, there are many complex problems which are underlying problems which can cause bloating. So if your bloating is persistent, if it is giving you severe discomfort and for longer time as well, then make sure that you go to your doctor and ask for this. There can be many small changes in your lifestyle and small remedies that you can do at home, which can give you a lot of relief from bloating. So the first one on my list is activity. Try including some sort of activity in your daily life. If you're sitting on a couch, particularly after you eat food, it's definitely going to give you some sort of bloating because your digestion is not going to be perfect. So take a small walk after your dinner or after every meal, and that will aid in digestion and reduce bloating. You can also include some sort of workout in your day, or maybe a good brisk walk before food or 4 to 5 hours after food. That can again aid in digestion and overall bloating can be reduced. Also, yoga can help to a great extent to reduce the bloating. Watch out for my next video. I'm going to come up with a sequence of yoga poses that can reduce bloating specifically. Coming to the next point, get a probiotic. Include probiotic via your regular food, like you can take some homemade BioLife yogurt or curd, or you can have buttermilk. It is again good. If you really don't have any probiotic at home, then you can also talk to your doctor and get some probiotic supplements. If your digestion is really not happening well, then get some good probiotic supplement. What happens because of probiotic is your good bacteria in your gut is maintained. We need good bacteria in our gut for the digestion, and if those good bacteria are not present in your gut, then of course the digestion doesn't happen properly, which leads to bloating. So getting a good probiotic is a very good option to start with. Now, what to do if you are bloated on one particular day? Then you can also try to reduce the bloating by taking some warm water bath. So sit in a tub. If you have a tub at home, then sit in a tub with some bathing salts, or you can use Epsom salt, which will temporarily reduce your bloating to a certain extent. But to avoid the bloating completely, or avoid the occurrence of bloating, you need to really look at your food. Number one here is eat slowly and eat mindfully, chew properly. So there are a couple of things that I just now said. Eat properly, what it means is, number one is take smaller meals, don't take huge meals. After age of 40, your metabolism is not that great. So taking bigger meals at a time might not be a good idea. So take a smaller portions of meal and allow your body to digest before you add something more to it. And also eat mindfully. If you are sitting in front of TV and eating, you're not chewing the food properly because your attention is, half attention is in that screen and half attention is in the food. That again also will give you, that will also make you overeat at times. You will not chew properly, you will overeat and you will bloat. So make sure that you are treating your food with some respect and eating it mindfully. If you are increasing fiber in your diet, then make sure that add it slowly. Suddenly adding some lot of fiber, like today I want to like lose weight and I want to cure my constipation, and suddenly I'm adding too much of fiber, no, that is really going to give you definitely bloating. You need to also modify your food to suit your body. When it comes to beans, which are complex carbohydrates, to make them easy to digest, you can soak them or you can sprout them. When you soak or sprout the beans, they become more easily digested and become more suited for your body, for your digestive system particularly. So if you're having beans, they are great food source. So I won't say that don't have beans. Have them, but soak them, or even better, sprout them. Same way, cook your vegetables. Cauliflower, broccoli, these vegetables are gassy in nature on their own. Now, most of the people have problems with gas, particularly if you eat these sort of food, the cruciferous vegetables. So what to do? Not to avoid them again, but cook them and eat them in moderation. So if you do that, you will avoid bloating to a certain extent. And keep a food diary. So that is a very good way of knowing what you are intolerant to. You may not even know that you are intolerant to certain kind of food. Lactose intolerance or gluten intolerance can be spotted by just keeping a food diary for a certain duration. If you feel that you are intolerant to certain kind of food, then there are tests available. You can talk to your doctor again and get those tests and find out what to do and how to handle those intolerances if you have any. Chewing gum is another thing that many people don't know that they're doing, which is causing them bloating issues. Chewing gum has two issues mainly. One is when you're chewing gum, you're not eating any food and you're just chewing, so that you're eating a little bit of gas along with that, which is an excess gas. And more severe problem than that is the artificial sweetener, which normally most of the chewing gums have. So avoid chewing gum. If you are using that as a mouth freshener, why don't you switch to something like fennel seeds, soft, or ginger candy. So these things also will aid in digestion, good digestion, and definitely reduce bloating. You can also try digestive teas like ginger lemon tea or chamomile tea, or even peppermint. Peppermint is again known as a great substance to avoid or reduce bloating. So you can try these teas. And last is 3 white things that I want you to stay away from. One is sugar, salt, and refined flour. Sugar and salt because they will lead to water retention, and refined flour because that will lead to indigestion. So stay away from these 3 white things as much as possible to avoid bloating. So next time if you're not fitting into your jeans or your old dress, then try to understand if it is fat gain or bloating. There are a few things which can help you decide what it is. Number one is if that weight gain or the change in your size is sudden, like within a couple of days or a week, then it might be bloating. If it is occurring just prior to your periods, then probably it is bloating. Also, if it is somewhere up in your abs, it is not down, then it is bloating. Most of the times fat gain happens in the lower abdomen. If your upper abdomen is looking fatter, then probably again it is bloating. These are the tips that you can use, these remedies you can use, and lifestyle changes that you can apply in your life to lead a little more healthier life and reduce or avoid bloating to some extent. If you find this video useful, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. See you next time.